Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. Spitzahl hoch und ab geht's. Attacke. Dramatic start.
Das ist doch Autorennen.
So much action.
Das ist doch geil, oder?
Absolutely glued together. Three abreast.
Das ist ganz hohe Fahrkunst.
From the outside and he spins. Race 4 of the 2023 season for the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany here at the Hockenheim ring. Hello everybody, welcome to the Festival of Dreams. It has been quite the dream for Porsche. It has been a weekend that has celebrated everything Porsche. It is the 75-year anniversary of Ferry Porsche, who started the wonderful story back in 1948 of Porsche sports cars, and here we are today 75 years later, looking at the cars on the sunshine, looking at our pole sitter for the second day running, Loic Hartog. It is Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. There is a party atmosphere here at the Hockenheim ring this weekend. There have been thousands and thousands of spectators who have flocked to this circuit to celebrate Porsche, and we have had music and dancing into the night, a massive sound stage with a live band playing, lots of celebrations, lots of barbecues, lots of eating and drinking, lots of reminiscing, lots of friends catching up with each other. It really has been an amazing weekend, not just about watching the racing, but about celebrating Porsche and everything to do with it. And how appropriately, well, clearly the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany and the Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux have both been won by Porsches, as you'd expect, but also the GT Masters, which have been on this weekend. They've had two races. Both of their races have seen Porsche taking the top step. So it really has been a festival of dreams for Porsche. You can see from the clock on your screen, they're about 12.5 minutes away from the start of the race, and that man there is once again making the headlines. You are looking at the most successful man in the history of Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. There, you're probably looking at the most frustrated man in the history of Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. Bastian Buus, the Porsche junior driver, who has been on the crest of a wave, well, it feels like for a very long time. But yesterday, as we see him chatting to another legend, Christian Menzel, yesterday he had a coming together in the early stages of the race. He had a poor getaway. The new clutch set fitted into the car was biting. He fell back through the field, then got involved with another driver, ended up in the gravel trap, recorded his first DNF in 80 races. And now that is quite something. I mean, it's quite a feat to go 80 races without a DNF. But Bastian Buus, I've certainly never witnessed him non-finish a race. He's certainly not planning on making a habit of it. He feels he was very much the innocent victim in an accident that saw him in the gravel trap, and suddenly Bastian Buus has an awful lot of work to do in the championship. He has just 24 points. Championship leader, the man we saw just now, the most successful man in the history of Carrera Cup Germany, is Larry Tenforder. He stole the championship lead away from Loic Hartog yesterday. They came into this weekend just 1 point adrift. They are teammates that would love to beat each other, I may add. But Larry Tenforder beat Loic Hartog off the line, and Loic just not getting the bite point right on the clutch. He just had that moment's delay getting away, and Larry Tenforder did to Loic Hartog what Harry King had done to Larry Tenforder at Monaco a couple of weeks ago in the Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup race, and beat him off the line, and went on to take the race win. Larry Tenforder, despite the pressure from Hartog all the way, went on to take the win. There's an impressive driver, Theo Overhaus, Cartech Motorsport by Bonk. He is an up-and-coming talent. If you haven't checked him out, you really need to do that. Theo Overhaus, who won in the rookie category yesterday, a really, really impressive driver and one to most certainly keep an eye on. He finished 7th overall yesterday to go with a 7th and a 6th place from Spa-Francorchamps, but winning in the rookie category is no mean feat. There's another impressive driver. Don't run away. Come back. Ariel Levy for Team Huber, the first Israeli driver in Carrera Cup Germany. He's doing double duties this weekend, also racing in Carrera Cup Benelux, and he was a man on a mission this morning in the Benelux race. He qualified badly, but he came through the field. He was overtaking right, left and centre, and really turned a few heads. So keep an eye on Ariel Levy. Keep an eye on that man as well, Vincent Andronarco, another of these pesky young chargers that are giving the old-timers reason to look over their shoulders. One of the many talents that have been nurtured by Jan Kasplik at Allied Racing. He finished 2nd in the rookie category yesterday. He's one of the talent pool drivers. Talent pool being a group of drivers that are being coached and mentored by Porsche Works driver, former Porsche Works driver, Wolf Hensler. There's Luca Rettenbacher. He was in the battles all race long yesterday. Good to have him back on the grid for Carrera Cup Germany, but sadly 27th was the best he could manage. Certainly nowhere near his 9th and 8th place that he scored at Spa-Francorchamps last time out. I'd like you to paint your car a different colour, please, because it's identical to Leon Köhler in the number 77 car. Leon Köhler, who returns to Porsche Carrera Cup Germany this year. He has unfinished business. He's finished 3rd twice, and he really wants to take a win. Alex Tauscher, there's a driver who had a tough day yesterday, had a tough weekend at Spa-Francorchamps as well. He really needs his luck to turn around. He did well yesterday, was working his way through the pack, then had a lock-up, and they think they've sorted out the reason why the wheel is locking up on that car, but he's a long way back on the grid. Well, he's not a long way back, but he's in amongst the traffic. He's just a little over 1/3 back on the grid, and really is going to be in amongst all the rough and tumble, it seems. There's Sebastian Framert in the number 31, one of the many cars that Christoph Huber has brought to the weekend here. Christoph Huber Racing, he has 11 cars that are competing this weekend across Carrera Cup Germany, Carrera Cup Benelux and GT Masters. And there we welcome Adam Smalley, who is guesting this weekend in the number 66 Proton competition car. And he didn't have a great day yesterday, got involved with Bastian Boos, recorded a non-finish. But Adam Smalley, who also races in Carrera Cup Great Britain, very successfully, and has come up through the ranks of Ginetta Racing, and is also big in Porsche eSports, competes in the virtual series for professional sim racers. And he will be looking for a much better day today than he had yesterday. But it's great to have him here. We're so pleased he's made his way over to Germany for this event. We haven't told you about the front row because our two newest winners in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, both of them took their debut wins the last time out at Spa-Francorchamps. They line up alongside each other on the front row of the grid. That's Logan Hartog and Harry King. That is one heck of a combination. That's going to be interesting. And if that wasn't good enough, behind them, Maurice Schöring is lined up on 3rd, and Larry Tenforder, yesterday's winner, is lined up on 4th place. Then Bastian Boos and Harry Jones. What an insane front few rows of the grid. You throw in Huub van Eindhoven and Leon Köhler there as well, not to mention Theo Overhaus and also Alex Fack, and this is looking lively. Yesterday's race was very lively. It was good for the Porsche spare parts department, that's for sure. As we saw, Ghislain Cordeel from Benelux last year now joins the German Championship, and Jonas Greif, one of the many Huber racing cars, also on the grid. But yesterday, fair bit of rough and tumble. There was a fair bit of damage, and A lot of teams were working hard into the night to get the cars back together again, but they are all here. Horst Felix Felbermayr, another driver doing double duties. He comes from a long line of Felbermayrs, a famous name in German motorsport. His father, and his grandfather both raced in GT racing, and now the junior driver is coming through the ranks. Janis Stiak, the youngest driver ever to compete in Carrera Cup Germany for ID Racing. He didn't have a great time at Spa-Francorchamps, but he's had a much better time of it here. And it's good to have him on the grid as part of this season. It was 19th yesterday for ID Racing in Iris Dor's team. There is Zoran Spreng, yesterday's winner in the Pro-Am category. He is having a great time of it here at the Hockenheim ring, and he finished yesterday 15th place overall. He had a 20th and a 19th at Spa-Francorchamps, but he is in a great position to launch an attack on the championship. He's just 5 points off Georgi Donchev in the Pro-Am Championship. In the Rookie Championship, Theo Overhaus leads Vincent Andronaco by 10 points ahead of Harry Jones, and he was a very angry man yesterday after all sorts of problems that saw him surrender his Rookie Championship lead and drop down to third, 15 points adrift. In the overall championship is Larry Tenforder. Yesterday, he took his 23rd win in Carrera Cup Germany, and he now leads Loic Hartog by 4 points. Harry King, do not count him out, the reigning Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux champion. He is very rapid. He's still on the crest of a wave, having won at Monaco in Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup. He is third in the championships, 11 points adrift. Maurice Schöring, who starts third on the grid, is fourth in the championship. He is 36 points adrift. And then Theo Overhaus is fifth in the championship, and he is 37 points away from Larry Tenforder's total. You can see that while I've been rabbiting on, the grid has cleared and the drivers are getting ready to go. Bastian Boos, well, we're going to mute his mic for this race after yesterday's antics. He was not a happy man. You would expect nothing less, having ended up in the gravel trap. He's hoping to go at least another 80 races before he records his second DNF, and at least that. He's got a lot of work to do, and he's really got to reset himself, because mentally, I think it can play games with you when you don't have the start to the season that you're used to. He had a fourth and a fifth at Spa-Francorchamps, which he was disappointed with. It all kicked off with a poor qualifying session, and he started well down the order and never really came back from it in what were very different weather conditions to what we're experiencing here. Then, of course, that non-finish yesterday leaves him a long way off the championship lead. So he is kind of dependent on some of his main championship rivals having bad weekends in this 16-race season so that he can work his way up the points championship. What a great camera angle that is for Alex Fack and the Fack Auto Tech car. That's a wonderful perspective that he has as we look up the grid. And ahead of him, you can see Huub van Eindhoven. The doors open for the absolute longest amount of time because it is scorching hot here. It was wet and windy at Spa. It could not be any more different here. 29.3 degrees centigrade, almost 30 degrees centigrade, as we look at Harry Jones. Shara Sport PHX, of course, the team that has morphed very much from Phoenix Racing as well, or morphed with Phoenix Racing. Harry Jones, the driver from Australia, who has not raced on any of the circuits in the calendar of Porsche Carrera Cup Germany before. So he's learning this as he goes, and he has been mightily impressive in the number 12 car. And there's Loic Hartog, our pole sitter. He will be thinking about yesterday. He'd done the hard work, he'd put the car on pole, and he didn't get it off the line, and he sunk back into second place. He was very graceful and very happy that he picked up a haul of points, but he really wants to think about it. He sat and thought it through, and he wants to do a lot better today. He has won his first race last time at Spa. He wants to add to that a definite championship contender, his main championship rival, as well as teammate Larry Tenforder, and the man who starts alongside him, the other driver who took a debut win at Spa-Francorchamps last time out. Harry King from Great Britain. And that man is a bit of a machine, and he really knows how to get that car to the front. The engines have now fired up. We're on board with Vincent Andronacco. Another great angle. The Allied racing cars cameraed up. That is wonderful to see. A big crowd here this weekend. We have been enjoying Le Mans 24-hour race on big screens all around the circuit. A wonderful show being put on, and we've been celebrating the 75 years of Porsche as well. This is the climax to the weekend, a weekend of lots of great racing, and this is how we go out with a bang. A full field of 32 cars. Porsche 911 GT3 Cup cars, 510 horsepower each, an awful lot of horsepower on the grid. The noise is absolutely deafening. The most spectacular series that there is. It really is something to behold as they take off from the grid under the blue skies here at the Hockenheim ring on this, the formation lap. It's Logan Hartog on pole position with Harry King alongside, Maurice Schering and Larry Tenforder on row 2. Row 3, Bastian Bussi's got some work to do from there, as has Harry Jones to get back into the rookie championship. Row 4, Huub van Eindhoven and Leon Köhler, both with business that they want to do from that position. Row 5, Alex Pack and the young charger, Theo Overhaus. On row 6 of the grid, it is Ariel Levy, keep an eye on him, and Vincent Andronacco. That's another potent row of drivers. Luca Rettenbacher, never scared to mix it, and Alex Tauscher looking to make up from earlier disappointments. On the next row, Sebastian Framer and Adam Smalley from Great Britain. We welcome him to row 8, and then on row 9, Lucas Ertel and Yasin Ferrati. Yasin, another driver from the esports arena, joining us. Gisela Cordil, who was in the Benelux Series last year, and Jonas Greif line up on row 10. Horst Felix Feldmeier and Janis Stiak, the youngest driver in the grid, on row 11. Row 12, Zoran Springs, yesterday's Pro-Am winner, with Jan Seifert alongside. And on row 13, Matteo Ferrer Azar and Ahmad Al-Shihab for Cartech Motorsport by Bonk as well. George Dodchev and Tim Stender line up on row 14. And on row 15 of the grid, Diego Stifter and the visiting Luca Vlerma. We welcome him in the HRT performance car. The back of the grid is Mikael Essmann, second in the Pro-Am category yesterday, and Holger Harmsen, a real legend in the world of Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. The cars now having completed their formation lap, hopefully having generated about the right amount of heat into the tyres. Tyres will be critical today. Track temperature is 51.8 degrees centigrade, so looking after those tyres is going to be critical. Getting them into the window and then holding them there. If you overcook the tyres too soon, you're not going to make it to the end of the race. You're going to leave yourself vulnerable to attack. There is confirmation of the points that we have spoken about already. But the tyres, always an issue. You need to keep that grip for the full 30 minutes. It is 30 minutes of pure energy and pure action. These cars do not back off for anybody. These drivers are some of the best that there are, and they are here in Carrera Cup Germany. Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, one of the toughest Carrera Cup series in the world. It's the one they all want to win, and it's Logan Hartog who starts on pole position for this race. Now it looks like the cars are all pretty well in position. The man with the green flag says that everybody's all okay. First gear engaged. The red lights will come on. 5 red lights, and soon 5 red lights will go off. This is the Festival of Dreams. Race 2, and away we go. This time Logan Hartog, no problems like yesterday. He steps off into the lead. Harry King into second place. Maurice Schering into third. Larry Tenforder also challenging for that third place. The rest of the cars coming round turn 1. This is an area which is good for overtaking, but also track limits are an issue into turn 1. Now, Logan Hartog leads the pack. A much better start than yesterday. Do you think he might have been rehearsing? Harry King still into that second place. The rest of the cars coming through a much tidier start than yesterday, although somebody is out onto the grass. It's one of the Allied cars. It's Vincent Andronacco, and it looks like maybe one of the Cartech cars that has a bit of bodywork hanging off as well. Now look at this, Larry Tenforder challenging Harry King. Harry King taking a much tighter line into the hairpin. Logan Hartog looking a little bit under pressure. but Larry Tenforder and also the number 14 car, Maurice Schering, alongside. But the challenge is on from Larry Tenforder. Maurice Schering just ahead of him, under braking into turn 8. Almost a little nudge. Harry King at the front of that queue. That's allowing Loke Hartog to get away. Keep an eye on Harry Jones coming up on the outside. Vincent Andronarco has dropped a long way back as a result of that little excursion onto the grass. But look at the lead that Loke Hartog has now. Larry Tenforder coming under pressure from Harry Jones. Nobody told him that he wasn't going to put the pressure on, that he wasn't allowed to challenge Larry Tenforder. Tenforder dropping back through the pack. We didn't see that one coming, did we? It's Loke Hartog who leads the way from Harry King. Then it's Maurice Schering and Larry Tenforder. Bastian Boos is there as well. You can see the number 99 car follow the duck in the background, so he needs to make positions up. He's in 6th place, but Harry Jones getting past Larry Tenforder. No respecter of rank is that man there, into 4th place, trying to make up for yesterday's Leon Köhler, going very wide on the corner. So if we come into turns 2 and 3 and up towards turn 4, that's Yasin Ferrate having a big lock up into the corner, flat spotting those tyres. He's going to have to carry those for the next 27.5 minutes. That's going to vibrate like mad. A drive-through penalty for car number 41 for a jump start. That's Diego Stifter. So he is going to have a drive-through penalty for jumping the start. Larry Tenforder now challenging Harry Jones back again. He looks to the inside. Look at Harry King also with Maurice Schering. So Maurice Schering is challenging for that 2nd place. Maurice Schering on the inside line. He squeezes Harry King, but Harry King trying to come back in the background. Harry Jones, Harry King through into the 2nd place still at the moment, despite Maurice Schering taking it away just briefly. Now Maurice Schering trying to come back at Harry King. Larry Tenforder in there as well. Harry Jones also there. Now Larry Tenforder takes that position back from Harry Jones. They run wide and Harry Jones off onto the grass, onto the gravel. He just about gathers it all up. And now Bastian Boos is there as well. He will have yesterday very much in the back of his mind. He needs to keep the car on the track. But Bastian Boos finds a position. Harry Jones is going to take him a little while to clean his tyres up, having gone through the gravel and got dirt on them. He is falling down the order a little bit. That's Leon Köhler in the 77 car also challenging him there as well. But look at the lead that Loke Hartog has over Harry King. And Maurice Schering, he for a while looked like he got through into 2nd place, but Harry King fought back and stole that position back again. Still the fighting up and down this field. It is a quality field of drivers. Harry King and Leon Köhler side by side through turns 3 and 4. Now along the Parabolica, Harry Jones is going to try and pick up a slipstream. Let's hope he hasn't damaged the car after that moment of excursion. Now behind Leon Köhler, these identical cars, but he looks to the outside heading into the hairpin. Leon Köhler moves to block him. Will he cut back to the inside? Yes, he will. Trying to find the line. Now Köhler runs wide. Harry Jones, what amazing driving from him as he runs side by side, but Köhler comes back, steals the position back again. And in the background of them is Bastian Boos and Theo Overhaus as well. Theo Overhaus trying to fight his way through Alex Fax. So Overhaus once again doing what he did yesterday and fighting his way from further back in the pack. And Harry King just ahead there of Maurice Schering. Bastian Boos is ahead of Leon Köhler. And further back, the conditions, that is Smalley, who is coming through in the number 66 car. Adam Smalley, the guesting driver. He had a bad day yesterday, but fighting his way through. Luca Rettenbacher looking to the inside of him. But Smalley and Rettenbacher fighting over 13th place. So the race is but 5 minutes old and lots of action already. We just take stock of where we're at. And it's Loke Hartog who leads the way from Harry King and Maurice Schering, Larry Tenforder, Bastian Boos and Leon Köhler, Harry Jones, Theo Overhaus and Alex Fack and Ariel Levy rounding out the top 10. And we said that Levy was having a good weekend as we see Harry Jones. Harry once again, when he went wide, you can see how far he went into the gravel. Very lucky not to take the splitter off the car. I think it's still intact. And that was a wild moment for the young Australian driver. So the incident between them, no further action. So the stewards have taken a look at Harry Jones and Larry Tenforder and decided it was a racing incident. But you can see how much air he got and how he bounced over the curves. And Bastian Buus, well, I should think he probably had memories of yesterday flashing through his mind when he sees a car coming at him from the left-hand side. And that's a replay of Lucas Urkel. Was that Gisela Cordial as well getting involved? I think it was. And that's Vincent Andronarco's view. Some great in-car camera shots here. We're looking at the back of Huub van Eindhoven. And there's Leon Köhler in there as well. So much rubbing and panel bashing going on all the way. That's a replay of Vincent Andronarco having his moment of rallycross. That's dropped him down further back, but he's made it back up to 18th place. So he had dropped down to 19th, but he's working his way back again. Our race leader, Loke Hartog, more than 2 seconds to the good at the front of the pack. He's looking for his second ever race win. Harry King, who's in second place, is also looking for his second ever race win. They both took their debut wins last time out at Spa-Francorchamps. Let's have a look at the gap now. 1.768. So Harry King has pegged it back a little. Maurice Schöring there in the last of the podium places. Larry Tenforder looking for his 24th win in Carrera Cup Germany. And not making the progress as of yet. What an audacious move from Harry Jones when he tried to get past Larry Tenforder. And I think it's fair to say Harry Jones is the respecter of nobody, and he will take on anybody who wants to bring it to him. Great stuff. He's got his match behind him though, because Theo Overhaus, another of these fearless young drivers in the number 34 car in 8th place, just behind Harry Jones, and he's moving on up as well. Jones is the leading rookie. Overhaus won the rookie race yesterday. Zoran Spreng in 21st place is our leading Pro-Am driver, and he is a couple of places ahead of Ahmad Al-Shihab, who's in 23rd and 2nd in the Pro-Am category. So the car's just settling down a bit now, and the incident involving Vincent Andronarco is under investigation, so the steward's taking a look at that. And Bastian Buus coming under pressure from Leon Köhler. So Buus still not having the kind of race that he wants to have. He's in 5th place at the moment, and really just struggling to pull himself together here as Leon Köhler puts the pressure on. This is the view, is Harry Jones. And is this the bit where he got onto the grass? You can see the vibrations, and he doesn't even flinch, does he? An amazing driver, Harry Jones, such an asset, a great addition. He's from the Gold Coast in Australia, and he has come from Porsche Carrera Cup Australia. In fact, he's a former champion of Porsche Carrera Cup Australia from last year. He's decided to join the toughest Carrera Cup series of all and see whether he can cut it, and I think the answer is probably yes. Theo Overhaus wants to do something about that. Alex Fack, he's been very frustrated over some poor results over the last few races. He's got an 8th yesterday. That's his best result of the season so far. He's currently at 9th, so he's got some work to do from there as we ride on board with Harry Jones. You see him adjusting brake bias, keeping the car set up. That's a big lock up there. Is that Leon Köhler? I think it is. A lock up into the corner. He keeps it all pointing in the right direction, so no major problems there. He continues on his way. Leon Köhler currently in 6th place, but look at this queue of cars behind Harry Jones in 12th place. In 7th place, number 12 car in 7th place, Harry Jones, and Theo Overhaus behind him. Alex Fack, Ariel Levy. Ariel, who made such great progress earlier today in the Benelux race here at this same circuit, doing something similar, making moves up the grid. Behind him, Huub van Eindhoven, the runner-up in last year's rookie championship, also challenging. And Alex Tauscher, good job from him. He's up into 12th place, so he's made up a few places. He's done exactly what he said he needed to do. In 13th place, Adam Smalley. And in 14th place, Luca Renbacker ahead of Gisela Cordial. But this is the battle that is the closest. It's for 7th place. It's Harry Jones with Theo Overhaus and company. But now look at this. Larry Tenforder turning the heat up on Maurice Schöring. These two drivers have been fighting each other for the last couple of years. Maurice Schöring, the young charger. Larry Tenforder, the 2-times champion. He wants to be the first driver ever to win 3 championships in Carrera Cup Germany. His fellow countryman Maurice Schöring is a very, very rapid driver, comes from a very racy family. His brother has been turning heads in the Benelux series, will almost certainly be racing alongside his brother in the coming years, and now he has Larry Tenforda behind, so he's having to put all of his young experience to good use into the hairpin. Larry Tenforda goes to the outside, he switches back to the inside, and he tries to make the move. Maurice Schering goes to shut the door. Now Larry Tenforda darts back to the outside of turn 7. Behind them, Bastian Boos is ready to pick up the pieces if these two cars get together. Maurice Schering, he knows how to make a Porsche as wide as possible, frustrating Larry Tenforda all the way. This is the fight for third place. Meanwhile, this is allowing Luke Hartog and Harry King to disappear up off the road. We're riding on board with Larry Tenforda. See how wide Harry King. He said yesterday he'd extracted as much out of the car as he could. And now Maurice Schering's locked up. He's gone straight on. Maurice Schering into the gravel trap. I don't know what's happened there. He locked up a wheel, just took too much speed into the corner. I thought we were going to get a safety car there, but he's kept it going. He rejoins. Let's have another look as they come around the corner. A big lockup. The left front loses traction, and then amongst a big plume of blue smoke, Maurice Schering and the FAC Autotech car goes straight on. He is a driver who's really upped his game this year, has been very impressive, but Larry Tenforda forcing that mistake from Maurice Schering, and suddenly Schering is going to be an awfully long way back. Larry Tenforda up into third place. And here comes our race leader, Luke Hartog. 1.921 seconds was what it was last time they passed the start-finish line. I was mentioning Harry King. He said he'd extracted as much as he possibly could out of the car yesterday. And he didn't feel as though there was any more to come out of it. You can see the black and white flag to Maurice Schering. And that was for incorrect defending. And it was fairly robust defending, I think it's fair to say. And there is Ariel Levy, who's found a route past Harry Jones. Ariel Levy, the driver who has learned how to overtake this year, working his way through the pack. Harry Jones coming back at him. The two blue and white cars running side by side. It's Huber Motorsport versus Shera Sport TXH, and Harry Jones just through. We've got the safety car out. So safety car is out, so we've got a problem somewhere. So the cars are brought down to a slow pace, and that is why yesterday's Pro-Am winner, Zoran Spreng, has been into the barrier. And it looks like, well, he's got it going again, but the safety car is now out, and this is bad news for Luke Hartog. He had something close to a 2-second lead over Harry King. And now the cars are going to be brought back to a much slower pace. No overtaking, it will be single file. Black and white flag has been also shown to Hoop van Eindhoven for track limits. Let's see again what happened to Zoran Spreng. And it all happened by the time it came onto camera, and you can see part of the front splitter hanging off. Oh, and also in there, Jonas Greif. So the two cars getting together. We can see the remnants of that little accident. And that's out on turns 10 and 11, I think. That's such a shame. Zoran Spreng, who had such a good day yesterday, won in the Pro-Am category and finished 15th overall. A really, really impressive display. And he's now out of the car. His weekend is now over. So, Luke Hartog leads the way. There is Harry Jones in 6th place. Let's have another look here. And that was when Ariel Levy came steaming through. Tyres smoking, and now Harry Jones coming back at him. That was around turn 7. And Levy just giving him the squeeze. And then into turn 8, under braking. Trying to come back round the outside. And Ariel Levy finally having to give way. The gap on the inside. Harry Jones absolutely side by side into the corner. What great racing. There's a view, wonderful perspective from Alex Fack's car. And that's him and Huub van Eindhoven having a bit of a moment. Facts going wide and dropping down to 10th place. And you can see from the hand signals that all is not peaceful in that car. So there's Jonas Greif. Looks like there's that Leon Köhler into the pits as well. So it looks like Köhler might have come into the pits, and that would be fairly terminal if it is. So safety car is out. Won't be out for very long, I don't suppose. We will back to racing, but Loke Hartog is going to have the headache of Harry King back on his back bumper, having made such a great start and opened up such a big gap. We've also lost Jan Seifert, as you can see there in the pits, in the HP Racing International with Huber car, and Leon Köhler, as we thought, another Huber Racing cars. So I would say not a great day for Huber, but he's got so many cars in the race. There's plenty more other opportunities. So we're looking at a replay, and that was with Huub van Eindhoven and Leon Köhler getting together. We have notification safety car is in on this lap. So much going on, as was the case with yesterday's race, and that was Leon Köhler disappearing off on turn 8, and clearly a terminal issue there. So much going on, always hard to keep on top of it. I was going to mention tyres because we are over halfway. Safety car will allow the drivers just to cool the tyres a bit. Harry Jones had said that when he had been racing in the Middle East Challenge, it really taught him how to manage tyres, especially in the hot weather. And that's something that may come to good use here as he fights with Loke Hartog for that lead position. Larry Ten Voorde, well, he's not out of the equation here for the top 7 of the podium, is he? It is GP Elite first, GP Elite third, and then it's Allied Racing in second and fourth. So 2 great teams going at it, hammer and tongs. And Cartech Motorsport by Bonk with Theo Overhaus in 5th place, and Overhaus looking good for potentially his best score of the season. So here we go, safety car is in. It's Loke Hartog who backs the field up. He wants to catch Harry King napping if he possibly can. So he comes around turns 14 and 15, and it's his decision when he goes. He will hit the accelerator and he will be gone. Harry King, this is going to be his best opportunity to challenge for the lead. He gets pretty close into 16, now into 17. They can't overtake until they cross the line. Now along the pit straight they come in towards turn 1. It looks like Hartog's got a reasonably good getaway, and Larry Ten Voorde has closed in on Harry King. Bastian Boos in there as well, having his best run that he's had this year so far in 4th place. He's still looking to go forwards, but it's Loke Hartog who leads the way. Lots of challenges further back as we look at the cars coming through side by side further back. I look like Adam Smalley in there, as well as Ghislain Cordeil and also Vincent Andronacco looking to make places back. We're on board with Vincent Andronacco in 13th place. He can see the fight for 11th place ahead of him. And it is Adam Smalley and Ghislain Cordeil. It's Cordeil to the inside and in towards the hairpin we come. Loke Hartog under pressure from Harry King. He needs to hold it all together here. And Larry Ten Voorde in 3rd place. If the lead 2 cars get together, he will be through. Bastian Boos under pressure from Theo Overhaus. In the background, Ariel Levy. What a great drive from him and Harry Jones. And the 2 cars that have been fighting all race long. Levy has got past Jones and moves up a position. Huub van Eindhoven there as well. Looking back at Huub van Eindhoven from the perspective of Harry Jones. Here we come, single file at the moment. This isn't going to last for long, is it? There is Alex Fack. Alex Fack, who is in 10th place and into 9th place. And he in the queue of cars, still fighting for all he's worth. We're into the last third of the race. Looking back at Huub van Eindhoven, and we can see the 28 car. And he has been in the wars, but driving well. Huub van Eindhoven very much in the prospects for scoring points, a championship contender. But it's Loke Hartog still leading the way. Harry King. It is Larry Ten Voorde, Bastian Boos, Theo Overhaus, the leading rookie. Ariel Levy up to 6th place. Harry Jones in 7th. Alex Tauscher Great job from him up to 8th place. Alex Fack and then Hoop van Eindhoven. But for how long? Because Adam Smalley is coming back at Hoop van Eindhoven. You can see the driver's eyes glancing to the side. And that is Theo Overhuis in number 34 car. It's Tauscher who's off onto the dirt. He keeps it all together. There are several cars off. It's one of the Fack Autotech cars. Now, who is that? I think it's Alex Fack who's gone off, or it may be Yasin Ferrati. Here come the leaders around the hairpin. Bastian Busch under pressure. Ariel Levy there as well. Theo Overhuis has got Ariel Levy alongside him. They run side by side. Bastian Busch can see this in his rearview mirror, but Theo Overhuis squeezing through. But Ariel Levy, man on a mission, moving forwards. He sees a gap to the inside of Theo Overhuis, but Overhuis has the place covered off at the moment. It's 6th place. This is Gisela Cordeal and an airborne Fack Autotech car getting a load of air up onto the grass, and that's mightily impressive and pretty scary as well. And that's Alex Tauscher also having that moment where he gets onto the grass. This is the view with Alex Tauscher. And cars scattering right, left and centre in front of him. And it really is an action-packed race once again. We always knew this season of Carrera Cup Germany was going to be lively. There are so many young chargers. And there is one of them, Gisela Cordeal, who's off wide. He's into the gravel track. Come on, keep it going. He does that. He rejoins, but it looks like Cordeal is going to drop down the order as well. Whether there was a helping hand remains to be seen. He's into the kitty litter, but he keeps it going, but loses a whole handful of places. And we're looking back. You can see Tim Stender there in the number 68 car, currently in 20th place. So you can see how far back Gisela Cordeal has dropped. Certainly well out of the points. He is a driver who's come from Carrera Cup Benelux, as indeed is the driver in 2nd place, and that is the current Benelux champion, the outgoing Benelux champion, Harry King, in 2nd place. And Logue Hartog, another driver who came through Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, who leads the way. There's some slightly battered looking Porsches here. The number 66 of Adam Smalley has got bits hanging off it. An incident involving Vincent Andronaco. There is no further action. The incident that was Yasin Ferrati in the other of the Fack Autotech cars has been noted. But that is as far as it goes at the moment. It means the stewards are going to be looking at it. Now, who's that that's gone off at the side? A blue and white car, just saw it peeling off at the side. I don't know who that was. Is that... no, that's Ariel Levy. After all that hard work, Ariel Levy looks like he's got a problem. And the number 87 car, it is Levy. What a shame. And it looks to me like he's got a puncture. The back of the car is down at the left rear. What an absolute shame. This driver has been spectacular this year in every race that we've seen him in both Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux and Germany. He's not going to make it back to the pit, so it looks like he's going to park it up. And poor old Ariel Levy, after all that hard work, now was it contact with Harry Jones that caused a slow puncture? It may well have been. You could see the car spearing off, and his afternoon, indeed his weekend, is over. Such a shame, but Ariel Levy certainly man of the match as far as this weekend goes, because he has been charging all weekend along. There is our race leader, Logue Hartog. The gap over Harry King is a little over 0.6 of a second. So that 2-second lead he had before the safety car out will seem like a distant memory at the moment. He just needs to hold it all together. Harry King will be piling the pressure on, and so will Larry Tenforder in 3rd place. Bastian Busch, a solid 4th place, looking to equal his best finish of the year so far. That's not what he was looking for. Oh, Diego Stifter as well. You can see front corner of that car is damaged. He's run wide, but he continues in the race at the moment. It doesn't look like he's going to retire, and there is why he went off wide. That is the mother of all lockups. Black and white flag for track limits has been awarded to him. Well, you think that it was almost in the car park. He rejoins with tyres that will have some distinct vibrations about them, with flat spots as a result of that. Here comes our race leader. He's got just over 4.5 minutes plus 1 lap. The car behind him looking for his second race win in Carrera Cup Germany as well. And then the driver behind both of them looking for his 24th win in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, Larry Tenforder. Bastian Buus, also a winner for the first time last year in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, would dearly love to get into this lead battle. Theo Overhaus and Harry Jones, the two rookies who have done nothing but impress this year. They don't know how to mix it. 5th and 6th place for them. And I should think Harry Jones's car might not be handling as well as it did at the start of the race on account of the fact that he has done a few aerobatics as the race has progressed. Around the hairpin, Loke Hartog, well, he's looking a little bit vulnerable to Harry King, but maybe he's got it all under control. This could feel like a very long 3.5 minutes plus 1 lap as he circulates around turn 8 once again. 14 laps in the book, and coming up to complete the 15th lap, Harry King is still monstering him. Looks a little bit as though Larry Tenforder has given it all that he can at the moment. He's dropped back, and that kind of releases Harry King to challenge Loke Hartog in front. And although Hartog and Tenforder are teammates, I don't think Tenforder would mind too much if Harry King did get past, because that would help him in terms of the points chase. We saw Harry Jones locking up. I don't think that number 12 car is handling as well as it did at the start of this race, as previously mentioned. And Alex Fack has got a sniff of 6th place. He's currently in 7th, but behind Alex Fack is Alex Tauscher. You can't keep a good man down. He came into this weekend. His health wasn't especially good. He'd had a virus or something last week. He's had to recover quickly and get back on the mill. He had a tough day yesterday, but today, coming back, and there is Adam Smalley, the number 66 car, pointing in the wrong direction. Also Michael Essmann. So 54 and 66. Now he's into the gravel trap. This could bring out a safety car, and if it does, this race may well finish behind the safety car. We're going to keep an eye on our screens here, but I have a feeling there may be a safety car incoming, and this could well be a bit of a gift for Loke Hartog. Yes, it is. The safety car is out. Suddenly, Alex Fack is having to back out of the move that he was going to make on Harry Jones, and the cars are all brought back to a slower pace. Less than 2 minutes plus 1 lap of this race remaining. I think it would take something of a gargantuan effort to get the stricken car moved to safety in that period of time. Now, who's that went spinning? That was the Adam Smalley spin in turn 16. The British driver guessing this weekend for Proton competition, and that is certainly a baptism of fire for him in Carrera Cup Germany. So safety car is out. We are into the last 90 seconds of timed racing plus 1 lap, and it really doesn't look as though we are going to get back to green flag racing anytime soon. There are cars stricken around the circuit because of various incidents, and none more so than that one there, Adam Smalley. We've also got Michael Essmann. Now, I don't know where he is at the moment. This is the view from Georgi Donchev, and Essmann just did it all on his own, didn't he? Straight on. It's out on towards the final turn is Essmann. It's certainly one of the gravel tracks that he has been stranded, and I don't think they're going to get that one moved in a hurry. So safety car is out. You can see the clock ticking down, and when the clock strikes 0, the drivers will then have 1 more lap. So it's going to strike 0 on this lap, so potentially the next lap will be the last one as we ride on board with Bastian Buus. Well, if you'd have told him that by race 4, 4th place would have been his best result so far, he would not have been happy. But that just about summarises Bastian Buus's year so far. But it will all change in a heartbeat, and he will come bouncing back. There is no doubt about that. Larry Tenforder, our championship leader, and by my calculations, if things stay as they are, I don't think he's going to retain that championship lead. And I think things probably will stay as they are. You can see the stricken cars are being moved. The rest of the pack, the safety car, is around at turn 11 at the moment, heading out towards turn 12. And it looks like the final lap of this race may well take place. In fact, I cannot see the safety car coming in the next couple of corners. There you see the field coming round now at the top of your picture. And soon they will be commencing their last lap, and I should think that Loke Hartog will not be especially unhappy about that, because that is one less lap for Harry King to try some kind of move to get past. Harry King will be looking at the back of the GP Elite car, and no doubt the frustration will be there, as indeed will be the case with Bastian Boos, who will also be looking at the back of a GP Elite car. It is GP Elite Allied Racing, GP Elite Allied Racing, the 1, 2, 3, 4, Theo Overhaus, who is in 5th place. Looking to get his best result of the year. Harry Jones, 6th place. Well, that would be a heck of a result when you consider what he has been through. We're into the final lap now, and the GP Elite team know full well that all racing is done and dusted for today. The cars just need to survive the next lap, and they will cross the line, and it will be Loke Hartog who earns his 2nd win in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany and launches himself back up towards the top, if not the very top of the points championship. So the large crowd that have been here in the sunshine all weekend, very much entertained by Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. And that man there, he started from pole position yesterday. He didn't get away well. His teammate beat him into turn 1. And he did try to fight back, but it just wasn't going to happen. And it was Larry Tenford who won yesterday. Hartog settled for 2nd. I said to him earlier that this time last year, if someone had told you were going to finish 2nd, you'd have had that, wouldn't you? But this year, he's disappointed, because the only thing Loke Hartog wants to do, he wants to win, 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 and he wants to take the championship. He's going to have a hard year, though, because the man behind him, Harry King, is an absolute machine, as has been demonstrated already. And the man behind him and him and him, Tenforder, Boos, Overhaus and Harry Jones, for good measure, all drivers in contention for championships. Drivers that are going to take this fight all the way to the wire at Hockenheim again, back here at the end of October. So, notification the safety car is in. It means that Loke Hartog will have the glory of crossing the finish line without a safety car in front of him, but there can be no overtaking before they finish the start-finish line. So it will be Loke Hartog who wins this race. He leads the field around the Sachs corner for the very last time and out towards turns 14 and 15. Then into turn 16. Here they come. The safety car is in, and it's Loke Hartog who comes out of turn 17 to win race 4 of the season for Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. It's Harry King who crosses the line in 2nd, Larry Tenforder in 3rd. That's your podium positions. Bastian Boos in 4th, Theo Overhaus, great job from him, winning the rookie race in 5th place ahead of Harry Jones in 6th. The winning Pro-Am driver in all of that, Ahmad Al-Shihab, up into 16th place. He is the winner in Pro-Am. 2nd in Pro-Am in 19th place, Georgi Jonchev. And 3rd in the Pro-Am Championship, good move from him, in 22nd is Holger Harmsen. So Team GP Elite, the mighty team from the Netherlands. Yet another win in the book. And with Loke Hartog and Larry Tenforder as their drivers this year, you just know there are going to be many more that follow. So there we go. Race 2 here at the Festival of Dreams is Loke Hartog, who wins from Harry King, Larry Tenforder, Bastian Boos, Theo Overhaus, Harry Jones, 2 real entertainer, Alex Fack and Alex Tauscher in 7th and 8th place, rounding out what has been a thoroughly entertaining weekend of racing from the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, Huub van Eindhoven, and Morris Schuring up into 10th place. Gosh, Morris Schuring did well to come back to that. Ahead of Lucas Erthel, Sebastian Freimert, Horst Felix Felbermeyer, Janis Stiak, Luca Vlerma and Ahmad Al-Shihab. Yasin Ferrati, Tim Stender and Georgi Donchev and Matteo Ferrer-Azza round out the top 20. Diego Stifter, Holger Harmsen, the last of the drivers on the lead lap. Then Adam Smalley and Mikael Essmann in 23rd and 24th. I just hesitated when I saw Morris Schuring coming into the top 10. He started third on the grid, but it had been a lively race and he did well to bring it home in the points. Those are the drivers that are not classified in this race. Vincent Andronarco didn't make it to the end. Neither did Ariel Levy, neither did Soren Spreng, nor Leon Köhler, all championship contenders. And Luca Rettenbacher, Jan Seifert as well. And Jonas Greif, all drivers that didn't make it to the end of this race. 24 cars, well 22 on the lead lap. But the man who leads them all home, Loke Hartog, in the number 24 car. He moved to Team GP Elite for 2023. It's something he'd been plotting and scheming all winter long. He knew he needed to get into this team if he wanted to stand a chance of winning the championship. He has a mentor and a friend in Larry Tenforder. We hope that friendship lasts the whole season because they are going to be fighting each other all season long. And Harry King, once again, the driver who comes into Carrera Cup Germany and steals yet another podium. But look how much that means to Loke Hartog. He's had a third, he's had a first, he's had a second, and now another win. Every race this year he's finished on the podium, as has been the case for Harry King, with the exception of race 2 at Spa. And there's Veep, that's Luke's girlfriend, who offers her congratulations. She is such a supporter. She's there just rooting for him all the way in every race, really invested in this emotionally. And she will be as overjoyed as Luke is for that win. Larry Tenforder, well, he'll be happy with that third place. You can see what it does to the points. Luke Hartog jumps back to the position that he had when he came into this weekend. Points leader ahead of Larry Tenforder and Harry King. I'd say hats off to Harry Jones, who, despite everything that was thrown at him, not only learning the circuit, not only first time in Europe racing, but also mixing it with the best. Theo Overhaus just beating him to the line, and it is them who are first and second in the rookie standings, third in the rookie standings. A good job, Horst Felix Felbermeyer, 13th overall. But by my reckonings, he is third in the rookie standing. So good job from Horst Felix Felbermeyer. There's a lovely replay of the cars crossing the finish line and the team congratulating Luke Hartog as he wins. And Larry Tenforder, a 1-3 for Team GP Elite. They have won every race this year bar one, and it is Harry King who is the driver who is looking to ruin the GP Elite party. So fantastic stuff from Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. We're just going to wait for the podium presentation here in the sunshine, and we hope to bring that to you very, very shortly. The big crowd that have gathered here at the Festival of Dreams have witnessed some wonderful racing. And we can now officially say that a Porsche has won every race. Carrera Cup Germany, Carrera Cup Benelux, the Porsche Sprint Challenge Classic, but also the 2 ADAC GT Masters races, all won by Porsche. What a way to celebrate. There is the two-time champion, Larry Tenforder, who finished in third place after a race-long battle with Harry King and Bastian Boos. For Team GP Elite, that's a third place. Allied Racing coming home in second. Great Britain's Harry King, once again, he's there on the podium in second place. But taking his second win in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, launching him to the top of the championship, Team GP Elite, Loke Hartog. So there we are. Some great images. A lovely image of Loke Hartog, who will be smiling. And he's always smiling anyway, but even more so after that. A race that he had control from beginning to end, a lights to flag victory. Moments of worry.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
That your gap was too big.
Yeah.
I think we were so matched. I think we were
So cool.
We were dropping Larry a little bit actually.
Yeah, indeed. I'm looking so much forward to the rest of the season, man. Like this, for me, it was it's a close to perfect race. But from your side, yeah, the start was a bit.
Yeah,
Great. So good to hear them chatting.
Yeah, but after, like, if that didn't happen, I think we were.
There's Harry Jones. Good to listen in. I think Harry Jones has had a tougher weekend. There's Theo Overhouse. I think it's Theo Overhouse, is it? Oh, no, it's Ahmed Al Shahab behind. I thought there was Overhouse, but it's not. Ahmed Al Shahab was the driver facing this way. And Luke's girlfriend looking on, unbelievably proud. Very much a part of that team. And a real encourager for Loke. What a combination those two are. Right, now we get ready for the podium presentation. Point the camera over there, he says. Who's that walking back? Cartech by Bonk Motorsport. There's Zoran Spreng walking back. Here we go, third place, Larry Tenforder onto the podium. Harry King in second place. That would be, by the way, the 53rd podium in Larry Tenforder's Carrera Cup Germany career. And that will be the third podium in Harry King's Carrera Cup Germany career. I can't tell you how many podiums Loke Hartogs have, but it's his second win in the series. And from Team GP Elite, that I believe might be Ronald Hessel's. Yes, it is. The Dutch national anthem is Huri Isaac, the project manager, customer sports, Porsche Germany, presenting the winning trophy. Alexander Pollich, CEO of Porsche Germany, presenting to Harry King. And the third place trophy, Andres Hafner, board member of Porsche, presenting the trophy to Loke Hartog. And a trophy for Team GP Elite as well. The trophy held high. So it is a Dutch driver on the top step. A Dutch driver in third place. It was a Dutch driver that won yesterday, and it's a Dutch driver in first and second in the championship. Guess where we're heading next? We're heading to Zandvoort in the Netherlands. You think it's going to kick off? I think it might somehow. They're all going to be bringing their very vocal fan clubs. It's going to get noisy. The banked circuit of Zandvoort on the 23rd to the 25th of June is where this story carries on. It will be races 5 and 6 of this 16 race program this year in the 2023 Carrera Cup Germany. Join us then, because this is going to go all the way to the wire. The next round is going to be something to behold. We'll see you in the Netherlands, 23rd, 25th of June. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.